Continuing on with this double diamond series, today we're going to be starting off with Pic Moyen, which has a double diamond time of 24:50. Coming up on this dip, it's important to stay towards your right side. It's very easy to catch some air there and overshoot and end up outside the gates. And once you reach about this point, you just want to be very mindful of those rocks that cut close into the track. And on this jump, we can do a backflip 180 combo boost. If we want that extra bit of speed, you really don't need it, but it's a pretty easy spot to get one in if you're just trying to improve your time. And next up is Pic Moyen with a double diamond time of 41:50. For this one of the main key points is just slapping skiers, so slap as many as you can in this first section here, and then you're going to want to try to cut through this corner to save yourself as much time as possible. From there on, we're just trying to stay between these gates. This one has a pretty narrow track, and once we get around this turn, we're going to come up on some more skiers to slap here. I think I get about 3 total in this run, but obviously the more that you get, the faster you're going to go, so the better time you're going to have. So we get a couple there. So we'll take the right side of the split. And then after that, we should be all good for that double diamond time. Up next is plus Choix, or however you say that in French. Either way, it's got a double diamond time at 27 seconds, and we're gonna get right into it right now. So we're gonna kick things off going to the left of this first house here. Turn to center, we're gonna use this bump here to kind of boost ourselves over that road, and down to the right of this sort of roof ramp on that house there. This is another good jump here, possible 180 spot for sure. If you want to do a backflip 180, get that combo boost going. It's just extra speed, not that you'll need it. As long as you followed that path, you should be all good. So now let's go over to Probleme with a double diamond time of 1580. Alright, so for almost the entirety of this run, we're going to be hugging the right side. And we've got a sort of a clear shot all the way down here. I do a combo boost here off of the jump at the start of that avalanche. That's pretty much entirely optional. You can definitely get double diamond without doing that, but if you want to push your time just that much further, or you're really getting stuck on something else, that can definitely buy you back some valuable time. Next up on the list is Rapide with a DD of 1460. So once again, we found ourselves on a narrow track with some slappable skiers that we can use to get a nice speed boost from. I think I got 2 in this run. I like this one in the middle. Definitely try to get that. Other than that though, I'd say that hard turns are going to be your friend here, so make use of them where you can and you should be all set. Point to Serpentine is next with a DD of 32 seconds. This is an interesting one where the camera does a little bit of a weird top-down angle sort of thing. I'm not sure what about this particular run made them decide to do that, but it's kind of cool. For my route, I took a line that mostly just stayed in the middle, making turns when necessary, but always just kind of coming back to that center line. There's quite a few obstacles and boulders. You just gotta go a little bit over to get around each time they pop up, but overall it's not too bad. And then I went right at this split, and it's pretty much just straight down from there. For our last time trial run, we're gonna be taking a look at Les Runes with a double diamond time of 25:50. This track might seem a little bit complex at first, but really it's pretty simple. You just kind of got to look for these cutouts in the walls, and that's how you're just going to keep going through and keep heading straight. So just follow the path that I took in this video, and you should be alright. Okay, so with that wrapped up, we're going to move on to our first high score challenge, which is going to be Trix De Ville. And this one has a double diamond score requirement of 16,000 points. Alright, so at the start, I'm doing a backflip 180 onto these tree rails here. Slowing down just a little bit so I don't overshoot these trees up on this ledge. I did a backflip and then landed on the rail and did a 180 coming off of it. Off of this jump here, looks like I'm going to be doing a roll and then backflip. Getting a 2-part combo there, and we'll do a rodeo 180 off of this next roof here. For this last jump, I went for a 3-part trick. Mine was a roll backflip 180, but I filmed this under the impression that DD was still 18,000 points. It is 16,000 points, so you really only have to do a 2-part trick there, or you can cut out something else from earlier in the run, whatever seems most difficult to you, but those were just my suggestions. Our next challenge is Saut Bizarre with a double diamond requirement of 7,000 points. I'm going to start the first jump off with a backflip 360. That'll get us a good amount of points, and then for this next one, we're just going to do a single full roll there. We're not going to do a trick on that jump there. It's just too low. We don't have enough air time there, and we'll do a backflip and a roll backflip off our final jump to complete the run. Our last trick challenge is La Pipe, and we're going to need a score of 16,000 points to get double diamond. For our first jump, we're headed to the left side of the pipe, and we're going to do a 3-part trick. Whatever 3-part trick you prefer the most, go ahead and do that. Alright, then once we land, we're going to head left again. Up on that left wall, we're doing another 3-part trick. Make sure this one is different. It uses some kind of different order than the first one you did. And then left one more time, we're going to do one 4-part trick. And if you did all that correctly, and you didn't do any repeated combos, you're going to get a safe amount over the double diamond requirement. The dropping challenge we're going to be looking at today is the 3 drops, and it has a double diamond score of 80 meters required. This one is sort of a pain. I don't really like this one. There's some other routes out there that I know of for getting double diamond, but I'm going to show you my own personal one. It's what I like the best, and it starts with us going through the gate backwards. I've slowed this down just so we can kind of more closely analyze here. So we're going to climb up this hill around the back side and just kind of wiggle our way up this slope. All right, once we get here, we're going to want to jump toward the left. How you're going to know you're lined up properly is you want to go right over these patch of rocks. You want to be in between the 2 sides of the snow over that strip of rocks. That's how you're going to land without getting yourself killed on a flat landing. From there, we're going down and over that bump, and we're going to land right in front of this cliff that's sticking out. And from there, we're going to jump left again. Once again, that's going to prevent you from getting another flat landing. It's sort of a tricky process. This run is sort of tricky no matter how you choose to do it, but this is what I found to work the best for me. So hopefully this will be helpful for you too. Our final course is the distance challenge on Chapeau Courageux. It has a double diamond requirement of 250 meters, and this one is an interesting one to say the least. As soon as you pass through the gates, you'll notice the terrain around you starts to slide down in some kind of mega avalanche, but we're gonna go right. The key here is really to stay on the ground as much as possible. In this scenario, in this case, being on the ground is actually faster than anything you can do in the air. You've sort of got a permanent boost going on as long as you're being carried by the ground. So follow that line I did in the video. It's a very good line, but otherwise, there's plenty of room to go in another direction here. The key is, as I said, just staying on the ground and letting it pull you as you go. That's going to be a wrap for St. Luvette. We've made it through all of the double diamond challenges. If you have any further questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll see you later. Bye.